Hello guys, what is up? It is Finn here, bringing you guys some more MLB The Show 20, and we are going to be revealing the new Team Affinity Stage 3 players for Miami and Philadelphia. So, we are going to be tackling the Miami pick first, and this one's a little bit of a shocker to me. It is AJ Burnett, who in his last year ever playing, those were his stats. Actually, arguably, probably his best year of his career, or at least one of. But I was really shocked to see Burnett get this pick. I know Miami, no offense, hasn't had the greatest players all time, but I was a little surprised that they decided to go with him, definitely. But he's got a very good card, and we will take a look at it. But before we do, let's shoot for 500 likes. I know we can do it, so go ahead, smash that like button, show that love and support, and subscribe. Join the Dorsal fam. Don't forget to ring that bell, and follow us on Twitch at TheFinnFTW. The link is down below. So, with all that being said, what we have is, a very nice AJ Burnett card. He was only an all-star, get this, once in his career. And what year was it? His last year, in 2015, where he was a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates. So he's played for a couple teams in his career. He's played for Florida, Toronto, New York, Pittsburgh, Philly, and then back to Pittsburgh. I remember when he played in Philly, was not the biggest fan of how he played. He had a record of 8-18 with a 4.59 ERA. I'm sure a lot of those losses weren't necessarily his fault because, well, the Phillies haven't been that good in the last few years, but I think they're finally starting to make their way up. But yeah, he has led the league in a few things. He's led the league in strikeouts in 2008, also games started in 14 and 2008. He also had 5 shutouts in 2002, but he did have a very long career, 17 years. He did finish with an ERA just below 4 of 3.99. He also went 164 and 157 in his career, so he did finish above 500, and he also had 2,513 strikeouts. I mean, not a whole lot of pitchers have had over 2,500 strikeouts, so he has had a pretty solid career. Okay, now, let us take a look at this card, and I will say, it looks like it's a pretty good one. So, let's go ahead and start out with his stamina. How about 113 stamina, hits per 9 of 100, Ks per 9 of 109, although the walks in the control, not the biggest fan of, 66 and 77. I feel like so many pitchers have that. Like, usually you can't get all 4 to be, or 5, yeah, all 4, sorry. I was looking at stamina too. You can't get all 4 to be good. You know, there's usually that one that just sucks. Also, home runs per 9 of 91, so shouldn't be giving up too many long balls with this guy. 99 pitching clutch, which is great. And the 96 velocity and 99 break. And, you know, he's a 97 overall, which is a pretty good guy to include in your rotation. Depending on how stacked your rotation already is, might be worth throwing this guy in there because, well, why not? It's a pretty solid looking card. I will say I was a little shocked with this choice, definitely. I'm not dissing it in any way. I'm not saying it's a bad choice. It just shocked me, for sure. And when I saw Burnett, I was like, that's interesting. I mean, when I think like a guy like Dan Uggla would have even been a little bit more like I could have saw that more than AJ Burnett. But hey, you know what? I guess he had a pretty solid career with Miami, or I guess I should say Florida. You know, I mean, I think he only had his record was pretty poor with them, but I think he had a solid career. I mean, what was he? He was 49 and 50 with a 3.73 ERA, so not bad, you know, pretty decent. But you can't judge a pitcher by their record either. But regardless, very awesome card indeed, and definitely a card I wouldn't mind having in my rotation at all. So let's go ahead now and take a look at the Phillies choice. Alrighty, so now it is time to take a look at the Phillies choice here. And I don't think there's a better man to pick than this guy right here, because he is, in my book, the best Philly of all time. There he is right there. Who better than Michael Schmidt? Of course, arguably the best third baseman of all time, but regardless, definitely the best Philly of all time. This man was a 3-time MVP. He was an all-star. I don't even, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. 12 times he was an all-star. Pretty much an MVP voting most years in his career. Won Gold Glove many times. Same with Silver Slugger. One thing I never really knew was his batting average wasn't as good as I thought it was. His average was 267. Probably going to show that right here how bad his average. Oh no, I'll get myself a nice hit with him, so that's good. That'll be an easy double, I'm sure. Don't think it'll bring in both, but that's okay. But anyway, yeah, Mike Schmidt also had 548 home runs in his career. I might be wrong here, but I think that's the most home runs for a third baseman. I could be incorrect though, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. But I'm sure I'll get blasted in the comments if I'm wrong. He had 1,595 ribbies and a career average of 267. But I actually thought he was more like in the 280s or higher. I didn't know how low his batting average actually was. So, but still, definitely, I mean, it's not really bad. I mean, a 267 average is fine with me if you're hitting 500 plus home runs in your career. I'll take that guy in my lineup any day. Absolutely. But yes, definitely a great pick if you ask me, as I'm going to fly this one out to right. But, yeah, absolutely a great choice for sure. So let's go ahead and take a look and see how great this card is. First of all, the contact and power is insane. So definitely a guy you'd want to throw in against lefties for sure. With 108 contact and 122 power. Righties isn't bad. 87 contact and 106 power. Vision is 81. 125 discipline. So check swing should be easy with this guy. A 109 batting clutch and also a 55 bunt, 32 drag bunt. So yeah, don't bunt with this guy. 99 durability as well. Although I've yet to see an injury in Diamond Dynasty. I don't even know if they're possible because I don't think I've ever seen one happen to my team, on my team or the other. But yeah, great fielding, 90s across the board. Not the best speed, but he's diamond hitting and defense and a 99 overall. So I don't know who would be better to put at third baseman, at third base than this guy. I'm sure there might be a card that, you know, some people would prefer over this, but this would definitely not be a bad choice if you ask me. Oh, it didn't let me dive. I tried though. Oh yeah, it's R1, not R2. I don't know why I was using R2 to dive. But, you know, definitely a great card nonetheless. But I definitely do wish I used the retro unis with Florida instead. Probably would have looked better, but that's okay. It's fine. No big deal. But that is going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Let me know your thoughts on the cards down below. If you thought there should have been someone else that was more deserving on either team, be sure to let me know. I mean, I think Mike Schmidt is definitely the best choice for the Phillies. I think he's the best player of all time for the Phillies. Oh, nice. We got, probably not going to be a hit yet. But, I mean, unless you're going to say, like, Carlton, but he's a pitcher. But, I mean, definitely, I think he's the best pitcher of all time for the Phillies. But the only guy I'd say is more deserving than, well, that you could throw in would maybe be, like, Richie Ashburn or, you know, someone like that. But, no, I definitely got to go with Mike Schmidt for sure. But I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Don't forget, I can't talk today. Don't forget to comment your thoughts on this card down below. And as always, I will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.